Hey, Johnny Beane here. This is Talking Guitars. It is Tuesday and
Monday.
I'm sorry, it's Monday. Oh my gosh. Okay. Normally we do the shows on Tuesdays, but I'm gone Tuesday. Hey, we're honoring John Sykes today. I'm sure you guys heard the news. We're going to talk a little bit and talk a few things, music news, but let's do a show. All right. Here we go.
Hey, it's Dr. Z here. You're watching Johnny Beane TV, man, so enjoy.
I really thought it was Tuesday. Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Beane here, Ron Gunner. This is Talking Guitars, and it's Monday, January 20th, 2025. I really thought it was Tuesday. It's been a long day today, man. But hey, you guys, yeah. So we're gonna honor John Sykes. Passed away. Looks like from cancer. We'll read some stuff and talk about a few things. But here on the Johnny Beane YouTube channel, we have channel membership, and the top tier channel members get a shout out at the top of every talk show. And I should really have these memorized by now, but they are CC, Bay Area Rich, who we hung out all day today, Majestic PB and J Cat, Music Therapy Laz, Michael B, Sherman Callahan, Nova 9, Woody Be Real, Warlag, Arhabs, Flipper Carlin, and of course Janice, Lala the intern. Thank you so much, you guys, for your continued support for this channel and these shows. It's awesome. So Ron, how are you doing, man?
Freezing.
Freezing. I'm freezing.
Well, let's see. Right now it's 6 degrees outside with a wind chill of -15.
Oh my gosh, 6 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's freezing here in the brand new studio. It's really cold. Let's see. Let's say hello to some people here, and then we'll get right into it. This is just a quick show for you guys. Some of you guys know I'm leaving town first thing tomorrow. Bay Area Rich, dude, thank you so much for helping out with the Tonex. We got that thing rolling on my laptop here. That's what we did today, actually. I was over at his studio today. So we got that going. And looking forward to next week doing some videos with it, trying it out. So, yo, Charles, it's 4 degrees where he is. Channel member. What's the temperature, everybody? Janice, the intern, says it's 15 degrees.
That's a heat wave.
I know. Hey, what's up? Is it IV13? Great Sykes tune off of Loveland. Don't Say Goodbye, a song tributing John Lennon. Right on, man. Welcome. Tom F. I like the song Jelly Roll. Right on, man. MPN 5150. Good to see you. Scott, channel member. Let's see. Who else? James says should pull some of his Thin Lizzy stuff up too. We're gonna talk about that. I was actually searching for a website to read to you guys, and a couple of the websites, it wasn't even him in the photo. It looks like he was with Thin Lizzy in 2005.
Yeah.
Well, according to these websites,
he was in 83 too.
He was in there earlier, and it looks like maybe he came back. Drop comments below on that. So anyway, we searched, and some of the websites, they had like a photo of like the other guitar player, but I don't think it was him. Although I'm not sure. I think
That
that
wasn't him.
I think it might have been him. I think the other person just kind of looked like him too.
But John played Les Pauls,
Well,
not Strats.
I don't know. Blue Murder.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. It's 47 in Florida. That's cold. That's cold for Florida, man. So let's do this. So we're gonna honor John Sykes. We're gonna talk about that, and then of course NAMM Show coming up this week. I'll be down there tomorrow, doing some stuff, and then it's gonna be a busy week, you guys. I'm exhausted already just thinking about it, but it'll be it's NAMM, you know. So what site? Okay, we're on Guitar World. Always one of my favorite guitarists. What a loss. John Sykes, Whitesnake, Thin Lizzy, Tigers of Pan Tang guitarist dies at 65. The hard rock guitar legend has been suffering from cancer. So did you hear about that? Like before this, did you know anything?
Yeah. I knew he was fighting it.
John Sykes, a legend of hard rock guitar who made his mark with stints in Whitesnake, Thin Lizzy, and Tigers of Pan Tang, among others, has died at the age of 65. The news was announced on Sykes' Facebook page in a statement that read, "It is with great sorrow we share that John Sykes has passed away after a hard-fought battle with cancer. He will be remembered by many as a man with exceptional musical talent. But for those who didn't know him personally, he was a thoughtful, kind, and charismatic man whose presence lit up the room." Let's see. He certainly marched. They were trying to get all these ads out of here. He certainly marched to the beat of his own drum and always pulled for the underdog, it continued. In his final days, he spoke of the sincere love and gratitude for his fans who stuck by him through all these years. While the impact of his loss is profound, there it is, and the mood somber, we hope the light of his memory will extinguish the shadow of his absence. And that's a photo of him right there. John Sykes, Facebook page. Yeah, there's the post. And I don't know if I ever told you this. Several years ago, I noticed that he followed me on Facebook. My business page. It used to be a musician. Well, I'm still a musician, but it's a music page.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like my personal profile on Facebook. It's like what you would call a business page. I noticed this was quite a while back that at least his Facebook account had followed my page. So it is possible that he was aware of these shows at one point. You know, because I used to go live to that page all the time. So let's see. Okay. Among those who quickly paid tribute to Sykes was Eddie Trunk, who wrote on Twitter, "Devastating, shocking news. As most know, John was not only a friend, but always one of my favorite guitarists. Stunned by this, what a loss. Condolences to his family and friends. Crushed." Yeah. Yeah, that's what I saw. I was over at Rich's house today. And my phone goes off nonstop. I don't know if you guys know that, but so I just happened to look at it at one point, and I opened up X, or I got the alert. I think Eddie Trunk, and I saw it, and it was literally just after I guess he had posted that. And then when I was leaving riches. You texted or I texted saying I was on my way back or whatever, and you would send the photo.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, you guys, there's some of his bio right there. Born in 1929, John Sykes picked up the guitar as a teen, and after a stint in the band Street Fighter, was recruited by the new wave of British heavy metal NWOBHM band Tigers of Pantang, with whom he recorded 2 albums in 1980. Have you heard that stuff?
Yeah, then. I haven't heard it for a long time.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I haven't heard that stuff. Really, I'm most familiar with the Whitesnake stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then
most people are.
Yeah, probably some of the Blue Murder stuff, if they played it on MTV
they did.
Back in the day. I probably saw some of that, but mostly
the Blue Murder, the one video they showed, I can't think of the name of the song, but it was like the guy was sitting on a airplane wing, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. But when I think of John Sykes, I had this girlfriend back in the 90s, early 90s. And apparently she was a huge fan of John Sykes because her nickname was Sykes. And yeah, I remember in her bedroom, it was nothing but posters of him all over the place. Yeah, I was like, was it 90? No, it was after that, 92. 1992. So by 92, I think he would have been in Blue Murder or something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
So
he actually
that's
started that after David Coverdale ousted him.
Mm-hmm. So why was that?
I don't think anybody really knows because it was like foreshadowing circumstances or something like that.
Because they had worked together for several years, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's what he's going to be mostly known for. Because, let's face it, the 87 Whitesnake album was one of the top albums of the 80s, period. Mm-hmm. And his guitar playing was just exceptional. And he even made the comment once he got kicked out that David had to hire 2 people to take my place, meaning Adrian and Vivian. That was before Steve Vai joined it. But, yeah, it's just, it's sad. And he used that black Gibson on almost everything, and he recorded the Whitesnake album with that black Gibson and Dirty Finger pickups in it.
Oh, maybe it talks about it here actually. Well, here, let's read some of this. Though the Tigers of Pantang never met with the success seen by some of their NWOBHM contemporaries, the influence of the Sykes bolstered sound can be seen in the formation of Metallica, which began when James Hetfield responded to an ad Lars Ulrich put out in a local paper that read, "Drummer looking for other musicians to jam with, Tigers of Pantang, Diamond Head, Iron Maiden." So he was an influence to Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't know that. After growing dissatisfied with within the band's ranks, Sykes was recruited by Thin Lizzy, bringing a heavier edge to the band and stability to the second guitar chair that, alongside the steady Stott Gorman, had been rotating for years. Sykes even quickly co-wrote the song Cold Sweat, in which the guitarist loudly announced his arrival with an acrobatic tapping Latin solo.
Excuse me.
Though Thin Lizzy would call it quits less than a year after Sykes joined, Frontman and bassist Phil, is it
Lineup.
Lynott, remained close with Sykes and recruited the guitarist for his post-Lizzy band, the Three Musketeers. From there, though, Sykes was invited to what would become the biggest gig of his career in a fairly short but hugely consequential tenure in the band Whitesnake. So, yeah, because I remember Whitesnake from like the early 80s was a totally different band, totally different look.
Yeah.
Was nothing like
Well,
the
even
Whitesnake.
80, between 82 and 84, 2 songs that were on the 87 album were on in 82 to 84, but they sound completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see John's work on what he did to bring that sound out to the forefront, which made that one of the best-selling albums of the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was everywhere. It was all over MTV. In partnership with frontman David Coverdale, Sykes pushed the already successful band into more commercial territory, co-writing almost every track on the band's self-titled 1987 album. Though strained relations with Coverdale meant that Sykes was already out of the Whitesnake fold by the time of the album's release.
See, they never really say what happened. John never said it either.
Sykes' playing and songwriting touch played a huge role in the album's monumental, many times platinum success. Yeah, because he's not in any of the videos or anything.
Mm-mm.
But he's on the album.
Yep, he did all the recording.
And then, of course, after Whitesnake, forming Blue Murder, hard rock supergroup that also included Tony Franklin. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I've got a video with him. Right, this guy right here.
Hey, this is Tony Franklin, and you're watching Johnny Beane TV.
There you go, Tony Franklin. And drummer Carmine Appice. Though their 1989 self-titled debut album was no commercial slouch, Blue Murder fell victim to the grunge tsunami and disbanded by the mid-90s. I think that happened to a lot of bands.
Mm-hmm.
Sykes then embarked on a notable solo career, releasing 4 albums between 1995 and 2000. So we'll just kind of scroll through here. I was all about Eddie Van Halen and George Lynch and all those guys who were huge then. Fozzy guitarist Rich Ward told Guitar World in 2024, but John Sykes really got me. He changed my world through his tone and vibrato. He was the total package. Paying tribute to his former bandmate on Twitter, or as we know, X, David Coverdale wrote, "Just heard the shocking news of John's passing. My sincere condolences to his family, friends, and fans." This is written up by Jackson Maxwell. He's an associate editor at guitarworld.com. There you go. There it is.
Ian, he was during the tour, the 87 tour. When was Vandenberg and Whitesnake? He was during the 87 tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was also, because Vivian's the one that quit, right? So that's when Steve Vai took over. So it was Steve and Adrian, I think.
And that album, Slip of the Tongue, I think.
Yeah.
I was really into that one. Probably because of Steve Vai. Probably, I was already into Steve Vai because of David Lee Roth Band. And I think when Steve Vai moved on to Whitesnake, I got the album. And I was really into that one. But I was into the other one, too. I mean, obviously. I mean, that the other one was way more successful. It was everywhere. That's the one with is it Tawny Katane was all over like the
well,
hood of the
she
car
was
and
married.
stuff.
Yeah, she was married to Dave at that time.
I remember those videos. I think we we all remember those videos.
Well, I remember the world premiere for Here I Go Again.
Mm-hmm.
And it was late at night. I think it might have been at midnight. And we were watching it, the band was together and my wife was there, their girlfriends were there. And the very first world premiere video, when she's out on the car window and he's driving, her dress comes open and you can see one of her breasts. And I said, hey, look, and my wife goes, naturally you would pick that out of everybody in this room. You're going to want to see. So there's a story with Rudy Sarzo said he watched it. And when he saw that, he called Dave and told him, hey, she just exposed herself on the video. So that hurried up and got edited. That one scene, or a little bit of that scene got edited, so they cut it out before they played it again. But the very first time it ever aired, that happened.
Well, that video has to be out there. Somebody taped that.
I had it on VHS because I always taped all the world premiere videos.
Wow. Jane, what's up? Thanks for doing this show. Man, cold sweat, Thin Lizzy. That guitar sound, no words. Yeah. Dude, my Facebook feed is all tributes to John Sykes today. Every post, every other post is Facebook friends that are mostly guitar players that are all saying he was one of their top players. Maybe
he never got the credit he deserved.
Mm-hmm.
He was very underrated.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, to play on an album and to not be in the videos or
on the tour,
an album that would go on to be as successful as that was. Like me, I mean, I was quite a bit, younger then, so I didn't know he was on that album. I thought, plus you think, oh, the guy in the video is doing this. He must be the guy on the record. That's not always the case. So yeah, you guys. Yeah, so yeah, our condolences to John Sykes,
family.
to his family, friends. Looks like he had a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, but yeah, it's just another one. It's just another our influences. It sucks.
Yep.
Getting older sucks. I think that's what we can all agree on that. Vandenberg
I always knew
joined
it was going to
in
happen.
88.
I just didn't think it was going to happen as quick as it did.
Mm-hmm.
And that's honest to God's truth.
Well, I was hanging out with Bay Area Rich earlier today, and in his studio there, he has posters of like Hendrix, Clapton, who else? Buddy Guy. Actually, he gave me this Buddy Guy strap right here. It's signed, right there. He gave me that. He had a couple of them. Anyway, like we sit there and we talk, and he's always like, my heroes. They're gone. I mean, Clapton's still around, I guess, but
Cole can take you to Eric's front door. Now, whether or not you get in, that's a different story. But he'll take you to the house.
Wow. There we go. Louis Villarreal. There you go, man. Yeah, it sucks. Another guitarist of the 80s has left us. Yeah, it's crazy to think, But you guys, yeah, condolences to his family. I mean, to his fans. I mean, somebody that he was a huge influence on a lot of a lot of musicians, not just guitar players, but musicians from that era. And yeah, it's too bad. He just, whatever happened with Whitesnake, Yeah, Bernie, is it Marsden? Yeah, he's the guy I remember in the earlier, because see, for me, I'm a little younger than you, Ron, just a little bit. So for me, that Whitesnake album, like that was when I first picked up the instrument, was 87. So you turn on MTV and every other video is Here I Go Again or Still the Night or whatever else was on there, you know?
Is This Love?
Yeah. Yeah. And of course I would see the videos and you see Adrian Vandenberg, you see Vivian Campbell, which also, I don't know if you saw the news on him. Did you see the news on him today too? Vivian Campbell? Not, is it Vivian? Yeah. Yeah, he's not touring because of cancer again. So it looks like his guitar tech is taking over for him in Def Leppard. I saw that earlier today.
I did watch an interview with Vivian last year, probably the middle of last year, and he said he went back and listened to, and I find this kind of hard to believe considering he was still playing and touring. It'd be a different story if he had stopped playing for 20 or 30 years. But he said he went back and re-listened to all the stuff he did with Dio. He's like, and I don't think I could play that stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like what Jason Newsted was saying. Like, he couldn't, like the stuff he played in Metallica, he just couldn't play anymore. Same type of thing. No, there's unfortunately, you know, I guess there's a difference from when you're 20 to when you're 60.
I can tell you that. But I mean, but mine was, you know, I've had carpal tunnel on both wrists. I've had finger operations and then 2 strokes. And that's what makes me mad, because I can sit here and I know what to do. I just can't get my fingers to do it anymore. Mm-hmm. And that's very minute compared to Jason Becker, but imagine what he's thinking, what all he could do in his head, but can't do, you know. It just, it sucks. And my mom always, when I tease my mom about getting over, she always says, your day's coming. Well, she wasn't lying.
I'm not getting any older. I've decided. Actually, I decided years ago I wasn't going to get older. Right, Laz? What's up, Laz? Dude, Laz, when are we going to hang out, man? When am I going to see you, man? I'm headed down to Anaheim tomorrow. I still don't know if Radford knows what's going on. All right. You guys, we do have to cut this short. We got to go because I do have to get ready to. I told Ron 30 minutes at the most, and we're at 28 minutes.
When you play channel IDs, can you show the doctor again? Because a lot of these people didn't see that.
Sure.
All right.
Dr. Z.
Dr. Z from Dr. Z Amplifiers.
Yeah. Well, see, even Lewis was talking about it. Z. Okay. Couple quick comments, questions. How do you guys feel about Blackie Lawless using backing tracks due to age, back pain, etc.? Personally, myself, I got no problem with it because I know the music business. I understand. You know, who was the singer from Toto? He was on stage with a backing track. The guy that sang the high parts, is it Bobby? The guy that sang the high parts on Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on tour singing the high part. It was on tape. It wasn't even him actually singing. Most of the audience, they can't tell, you know, and like I said, personally, myself, I got no problem with backing tracks and rock music. I mean, that's a whole nother discussion, you know.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't have a problem. If somebody, well, who's the guy? Is it Frankie Valli? Is that him?
Don't know.
Like, he's still on tour now. He's literally 100 years old. And he's on tour, and it's nothing but backing tracks for him. Did you guys see the videos of him?
No, I haven't. No.
Like, people say he doesn't even look like, he looks like, well, he doesn't even, it's very bizarre.
Last time I saw him anywhere he was in The Sopranos. He was on a few episodes of that.
Look up Frankie Valli, like recent video on stage, and it's all backup singers singing and stuff, and he's basically just standing there on the stage. It's sad. If he has to tour, I know he's not singing at all. It's backing tracks. He's miming to backing tracks. Yeah, Jane. That if they're making him tour and making him do that, definitely, yeah. But
see, you talked about Eddie Trunk a minute ago. Eddie is dead set against that. Okay, I look at it this way: if you go to the show knowing that, hey, for vocals we're using backing tracks because I'm 35 years older than I was when I recorded it, I can't do it anymore. But for you, the fan, you want to hear it like it was, I have to do that. If they tell them that way, then I think it's all fine. But it's when they don't do it and they try to lie about it is when I think it's wrong.
So what about this real quick? Do you think using backing tracks in rock music is wrong, but using backing tracks in pop music is okay?
No, it's okay no matter where, as long as the artist tells the people coming to the shows.
They never tell them. They'll never tell them that.
And that's the problem.
You're never going to get a ticket that says, oh, they're not actually singing. This is all pre-recorded. I mean,
and when you try and do it that way, that's like lying. But if they'd come out and say, hey, I can't sound like I did 40 years ago, but to give you the best sound, there's parts of the show is going to be with backing tracks. Then I would have, that's okay, that's fine, because I already know it's happening and I know why you're doing it. Yeah. But it's when you go out there and try to pull it off on every. Now, Trunk went off on a thing about a month or so ago. He heard that the Eagles were using backing tracks. He really went off on that. He's like, because they were all about the harmonies.
I mean, a band like the Eagles or any like major band that's still out there touring, I would assume it's with some original members is why they're using the backing tracks. Like they get newer members, they don't have to use backing tracks, right? But if they're doing that, they're not going to say, maybe in an interview somewhere, they'll say, yeah, we do that, whatever. But you're not going to walk into the show and it says right there on the screen, oh, they're using backing tracks tonight. They're not going to do that. And I would say 99 of the people there won't even know.
Yeah.
It's the musicians or the sound engineers that can tell right away. Even as a kid watching that Macy's Day Parade or whatever.
Yeah.
You see those people on those floats singing? They're never actually singing. It's all backing tracks, always. And is it wrong?
Ian?
It's entertainment. Music is entertainment.
Well, when Ian right there, Motley Crue, and when Nikki Sixx gets mad and stops playing the bass, but yet you still hear the bass playing in the song. Come on now. Because he'll get mad, start pointing at someone, you still hear thum, dum, 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 dum.
Wow.
Oh, well. Like I said, I think if they would come out and be honest about it, say, hey, I can't sound like I did 40 years ago. I mean, even Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, when they were on Howard Stern, that wasn't the last tour they did. It was, about 5 years ago or 6 years ago, somewhere around there. Paul Stanley said, I can't sound like I did in the 70s. He said, if that's what you want to hear, then just stay home and play Kiss Alive and Kiss Alive 2. Which I thought
which was probably doctored up too.
Well,
most live albums are not live.
Kiss Alive, the applause from that whole album was from the Super Bowl.
Van Halen put out a live album in 1992. The applause always bothered me because it sounded like a loop. It didn't sound real. And then we find out years later, oh yeah, they just re-recorded everything. So most live albums are not really live because they wouldn't sound, you know. But it's called show business. That's right. That's right, Majestic. That's right. So, all right, I gotta go. You guys, oh yeah, man, John Bon Jovi. Yeah, his voice has totally changed. Yeah, he doesn't sound. I know it's. Yeah. Okay. So. Let's see. Coming up, you guys, NAMM Show. You want your exclusive NAMM Show coverage. This is the place you want to be right here. I'll be there starting tomorrow. I've got some stuff to do. So just keep it here. Keep it here. Yeah, hey, Brian. That's right. NAMM 2025. This is the place you want to be right here. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. False teeth. My teeth staying pretty good. Bob Dylan lip synced in that new movie. Well, that's not even him in that movie. That's an actor, right?
Although that's one thing you could say about actors. Who what's the guy's name that played Doc Holliday in Tombstone? Val Kilmer.
Now. Oh, yeah.
When he did The Doors.
You should have said who played Jim Morrison in The Doors. I could have told you that.
Yeah, when he played it, that's all him singing that whole movie. He actually learned 50-some Doors songs, and then Ray Manzarek said when we were making the movie and mixing is half the time we couldn't tell if that was Jim or Val. He nailed it perfect.
But you know what happened to him?
Yeah, he's got like a voice box thing now.
He totally lost his throat cancer. He can't talk anymore. It's terrible. I just saw a thing on TikTok today with that. TikTok is back. All right, you guys. Yeah, smash that thumbs up. You guys, I will see you. I'll probably see you tomorrow from Anaheim-ish, California. So stay tuned here. And also this Friday, you guys, we have a premiere. We'll be celebrating 30th anniversary of Van Halen's Balance album. So make sure you check that out. But yeah, NAMM Show coming up. Look at that, starting tomorrow. Although I don't think it officially starts tomorrow, but I'll be there starting tomorrow. And I'm there as media, so I'll be bringing you guys all the cool stuff. So again, our condolences to the friends, family, and fans of John Sykes. Drop your comments below. Favorite songs. Drop them below.
Everybody have a good week. Obviously, there's not going to be the regular shows this week because Johnny will be live down there.
There'll be irregular shows.
Yeah.
There'll be hours and hours and hours and hours of walking around looking at stuff.
But
Thank you, channel members. Thank you guys for your continued support for this channel and these shows. We bring you guys rock music stuff and yeah, when there's music news, stuff like this, yeah, we'll talk about it. Honoring John Sykes today, 1959 to 2025. So
now it's time to go to the doctor.
All right, let's go to Dr. Z. All right, we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Hey, it's Dr. Z here. You're watching Johnny Beane TV, man, so enjoy.
Thank you, Dr. Z. Thanks for watching, you guys. Click on another video on the screen here. And don't forget, all this week, NAMM Show. Not joking. Everything you see on this channel from now until a week from now, well, a week from a couple days ago, will be NAMM. All right. Laz, text me. Let me know when you'll be there. All right. Bye-bye.